All right now, back again with another one, Playboy.
What you got for him today, Sal?
Hey,
you got these hot.
Yes,
Sal got these hot topics.
Yes, sir. Hey man, shout out to Pan because Pan got all these discussions, creative juices flowing. But on another note, this is things that we talk about all the time when we're brainstorming. Yeah. So even with these affiliate links, we thought we nipped that in the bud, but guess not.
Nope.
There's a lot of folks out there that still think it's all hype. Nah, people, they're paying. Not so much us. I think we got that clear. Yeah. But not so much. But people still think companies are out there saying, "Hey, here, talk good about our product."
Yeah. Maybe they are. If they are, they are.
The best. And I'm sure that is happening.
But I'm sure it's not happening to all of them, is what I'm saying. It's a business.
It's a business.
Just like people don't want to think that producers and artists don't go to radio stations and pay them to play their stuff. Just like that. Let's keep it like that. That's the closest way that I can put it.
Right.
Yeah, let's leave it at that.
So I got me thinking, okay, if that's the case, even if there are doubters about us, that's what we do. That's how we get down. So I said, okay. And it goes to show how we problem solve, because we're solution oriented. I said, okay, if that's what they still think, let's talk about the products and chemicals that suck. Ain't nobody out there gonna pay people to say their shit sucks. That's for sure not happening. Yeah. So here we go. We got a list of stuff that suck for us.
Get them.
Suck for us. First and foremost, IK. The IK phone, the little one. You gotta pump that thing with what? 50, 11 times? You gotta pump that thing. Hey.
Now you're talking like some of these guys, you stepping on some toes.
Hey, IK, right? They're a big brand. They're big in the industry.
Yeah.
That shit sucks.
Yeah.
You there just pumping for what? For one tire? But that shit sucks. You gotta pump that thing and pump that thing. You get 2 squirts.
Yeah, there's definitely the work output ratio is definitely not there.
No.
It's not. When it works fantastic.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about the work output ratio. So they are releasing one, and they said they're going to be showing it at SEMA, a battery operated. So let's see how that goes. I do like the one with the battery. We bought that one.
There's some cons on that, but the pros outweigh the cons.
Definitely.
We'll get that. We'll do a whole video on that.
Yeah, because that one's really, really good. But as far as the other ones, we've had the foamers, the sprayers, in all the different types, and then we also got the one that has the air, the compressed air.
Before we go to that one more thing about the IK that I don't like. Is that it looks like shit after you use it 2 times.
Yeah,
that thing is not durable. That thing looks like you got it from.
They can make it.
It looks dope, brand new.
Yeah, they could make it with a better finish.
Yes,
where it's a little bit less stain resistant.
Yes,
where it's a little bit cleaned up. Because I even tried to coat mine because I didn't want it to get nasty, and that thing it like absorbs the dirt and it just stains.
It's like some cheap floor.
It's like I'm gonna have to hit it with like bleach.
It looks like some cheap floor.
Not bleach. I'm gonna have to hit it with. I'm gonna have to get an acid wash.
You have to spray paint it.
Yeah, you gotta cheat to get it looking good.
So on the topic of
PPF
sprayers,
PPF that joint. Yeah, wrap that thing.
But since like you were going to get to the sprayers, the electric sprayers, and here's another one for you guys that think that we're getting paid.
Oh yeah, on the topic of sprayers,
Carbon Collective. We think their stuff is dope.
Yeah,
but they got it wrong on this one.
Yeah,
when they came out, remember when they displayed it? Even how they took the pictures on it, it's just like man, that thing is dope. Yeah. We bought 4 of those things,
and that was a big. I probably should have bought one in retrospect to kind of test it, but we had so many applications we were ready to go with.
Well, because again, when it worked. It worked so good. That's why we bought more.
Yeah,
we're like, oh man, but it didn't stand the test of time, which was like a week.
Yeah, those were when those things worked. If we could use those now, man, it would change everything. They had a good capacity. Let's talk about the pros with this thing. It had a good capacity. It was a good weight. It had a charging time that was decent. It was portable. It was handheld, and it was quiet. All of the things that you want to do and the output was.
It looked dope.
Yes, and the output was on point. It kept Like it didn't lose pressure because the larger one, you'll notice as much as a battery's keeping up to keep that compressed air in there, there is a little bit of a drop off. With that smaller unit, I felt like it regenerated faster, so it was more consistent as far as with output.
Yeah.
But those were all the pros with this thing. And the cons were, there was only one con.
Yes.
There's only one con. But that one con, like, was a deal breaker.
The con was
You could only use like a rinseless wash in it. Pretty much that's it. Or
no
a
matter-
pH soap.
and like 2 weeks later, if he just used a rinse that wash, there was always some type of mechanical thing where it lost pressure.
There was a leak or lost pressure, or it would run but not refill.
And not just carbon collector, you had the spitter.
Yeah, the
SPTA or something.
GA or something.
Big Boy had their own version.
Yeah, Big Boy had a version.
I don't even think you could find though. I'm pretty sure that you
Oh, that was for now. Everybody probably pulled those quick. Pulled them quick.
And let's be clear on this too about affiliate links. Even though we're saying these didn't work for us, you can still get them in the link below because I'm sure some people still like them.
We're gonna tag them. Yeah, I've seen guys that like them. I've seen guys that have been using them for years.
So again, if you like them, keep buying it, and you want to buy it, it goes shortcut.
Yeah, we
right
got you.
there.
We got
affiliate
you.
link.
So two of them have been sprayers. And that's been our number one complaint as far as tools, I would say, over the past few years. I'm not going to talk about our favorite sprayer, but as far as things that are just junk, those are two right there that are on the top of my list as well.
Yes.
What else we got for him?
All right. So when my man started and gave us the news to the family, me and another brother, we got together and we said, "Hey, my man's starting. He's running bare minimum." So we said, "All right, let's go get him a generator." And he knew what his response was. Never said it. He goes, "I was just going to tell you the same thing." So anyway, we go to Home Depot, and you know what I mean? We're all struggling, trying to save some money in the pocket and do the right thing. So we seen that a generator. It wasn't the cheapest, but it was one of the cheapest. Was the Ryobi generator.
Yeah.
So we came through and said, "Hey, brother, would you need this?" My man said, "Yes, yes, yes." But take it away.
At the time, I was at the point where I was working out of the house in Oakland, but I was transitioning to where people needed me to do work elsewhere. And at the time, I was still only working because I didn't know if I was going to stick with this thing. So I wasn't investing a ton of money. I was using client's power, rinseless washing, but I was about to start polishing. So I was having to carry more extension cords. I wanted to, less is more with me, like to get, productivity wise done. The less tools, the faster you're going to be. And the better you become as a detailer because you learn how to manage every application and resource that you have. And then when you get more, it broadens that technique, which is already established. So with the generator, I was at the point where I was like, okay, I need a generator now. Like I gotta step things up. This is gonna help me. And they came through with the generator, and this was the first generator that I owned. But it had a lot of cool features. It had Bluetooth. It was one of the first ones to have Bluetooth remote start with the Bluetooth shutdown. You could do a bunch of cool stuff. And it had a gauge.
The USB.
Yeah,
charger.
the USB. Yeah. And it had it told you your fuel.
Oh, right.
Like your fuel life and how much wattage you're pulling on a digital display, which was very cool. And it would have a big display. I could see it. I could just look. I could be on site and look, 10 feet away, and in big letters, it'll tell me you got 2 hours left. So knowing
for
that,
purposes, that's huge.
That's very, very big because I knew exactly what I needed and how. Like it was able to give me a gauge of not only how fast I was working, but how often I was using the generator, how much fuel I was depleting. There was a lot of analytics that came along with it, but me not knowing generators, I was just putting like mediocre gas in it. I wasn't putting like the premium stuff. And it got to the point where maybe about a year and a half, it started acting up. Or actually, no.
You got two of them.
I got two, yes. So I bought another one, and I was like, I could try to fix this while this other one is, because I remember it broke down and I had to go to Home Depot in the morning before my appointment. I went over there, bought one, and I used that one for the day. But the other one I held on to for a while, and then I decided during COVID to take that one in. said, let me take this in and see if they can fix it or whatever, see what's going on with it. They gave me the runaround. They had this thing. I forgot about it. They had it for like almost a year. Talk about terrible customer service. They had it for like close to a year. And I remember Pops came up one day. He goes, hey, you still got that other generator? Because I think he needed it for something. And I said, no, it's at the shop still. They said they couldn't fix it because the parts, they were like, the parts we can't find.
Oh,
if we do
COVID.
find,
That's what COVID was.
yes,
Was
the excuse for everything.
What's
Oh,
this
you
about
know COVID. Oh, you know COVID.
Yeah.
That was that. And the second one gave me the same problem as the first one did. But I took it to a really good shop.
Yeah, that's when I was on board now.
Yeah, I took it to a really good shop. Man, they had that thing fixed in 2 days.
Hey, but you know what they said? They said, hey, we fixed it, but it's going to happen again.
Yeah, they said this is
they
not.
They didn't want to say it sucked. We just said it sucks.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
Yeah, and we asked them, and that's all they do is fix generators and lawnmowers, and that's it. They don't do anything else. It's like small motors. That's all they do. So they let us know. They said, hey, if I was you, and we said, well, what should we go with? They said, if I was you, just Honda. Don't mess with anything else other than Honda. So yeah, this generator, we, I don't think you told them which one it was.
I don't.
Did you tell them?
No, I did. It was the Ryobi generator.
I think it's a 2,000 watt.
It was the
2,200 watts.
Yeah, it
2,200.
was the smallest one they had. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it just gave us problems. I made sure the next one I stayed on top of it. I was ahead of maintenance. Only put the premium fuel in there. Put the cleaner in, accordingly. Yeah, I took really good care of it. Yeah, I never let it sit empty. That's a big thing with generators, as they say, the deposits build up. So, but the same thing started to happen to the other one. So what we did is we got them both serviced, and then we put those to the side. So we still have both of those generators. We still have both, right?
Yeah, I mean, it works. Like I use it to plug the refrigerator when I need to go use it, go to the park or whatever. I mean, it works, but it ain't a good fit for detailing.
Yeah, and it's a quiet generator. It's a very quiet
also,
generator.
I want to say about, we're not trashing Ryobi. We're saying the Ryobi generator sucks because we run with the Ryobi pressure washer, which is a tank. It's easy to replace. When it goes down, we don't fix it. We just replace it. Yeah. We run with the Ryobi blower, and that's working great. Oh, the test of time, hasn't stood the test of time yet.
No, but it's really but it's worth bringing on board.
Yes,
it definitely had immediate benefits.
So that's two things we talked about that suck. That it'll be linked below.
Yeah, I'm linking it for sure.
If you want. Other thing we have is the chemical that a lot of people in the game use, but got no problem saying it. Right, super clean.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people use super clean.
Super clean is one of those things. I think when you're first starting out, you think it's like so great because it's like the first strong chemical a lot of people use. Yes,
it's easy to get, and you got it by the gallon.
Very cheap, man. But I've seen people do some heavy damage. I've done damage with super clean. Like, you want to fade some black trim? Oh, put some super clean on it. Super clean. I've seen super clean damage engine parts. That's how nasty that stuff is. It's the fact that this stuff does that without even cleaning. Like, you're going to do more damage than cleaning. And that's not a good combo. Like, by the time you make the dilution that's effective for like heavy duty cleaning, like degreasing, that it's made for, because it's categorized as a degreaser, you're going to do some damage.
I got you. Man, you're just not diluting it right.
No.
Because I use it every day and I don't have those problems. You know it's coming.
I would like to see somebody like, and I'm not, and super cleans I just don't like it. It's just not for us. I think it's terrible.
We can say it sucks.
We
can just say it sucks. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. You won't see us rolling around with super clean.
No, we're definitely not. Definitely not. Super clean. I would rather clean everything, even grimy stuff, with the rinseless wash before I go super clean.
My man rather do the engine with rinseless.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather do it with some interior cleaner. Give me some Polestar and watch me go to work.
Woo, let's go for the next one. You ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be some knowledge for some folks. Clay bar from China.
Oh, you're hitting them real nice. Oh, he's right. Most of you don't know the difference. Most of you don't, and the ones who do know, good for you. Good for you.
So you're telling me that the one's better because they make it somewhere else?
Yeah, way better. Japanese and Chinese.
All right, so does it suck? or is this not good, or is it compared to?
Here's the thing. It'll do the job, but compared to Japanese clay, it sucks. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's like you're talking now. It's semi-pro football to NFL.
Ooh.
That's how big of a difference is.
Ooh.
Like it should barely be called clay. Like there's some clay towels that work better than some of that Chinese clay.
Word.
Go get some of the Chinese clay.
Compare it.
And if you don't know where it's from, it'll say on the box.
So you guys that like reviewing products, put that on the review.
Yeah.
And tag us so we can watch it and let us see what your results are.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one. I don't think that's been a test, torture test type.
I saw it on YouTube a very, very, very long time ago, but it's still one of those things where you can't see it, so it's not something that gets a lot of hits. Like if there was a big difference, when you polish, you have a big difference that you can see. This is something you have to experience. Sal's experienced it because I remember I told him, I said, you know what, we're all out of clay, but until we go pick some up, we got to stop by O'Reilly's and get some of this McGuire's clay.
We had to use the cheap clay when we had those 23 oversprays.
Yes, and then we had, because we went through, how many clay bars did we go through?
Man.
We probably went through like 7, 8 clay bars on that. And we were cutting them in like 4s because they would get caught like just...
They sucked.
Yes. And those ones, remember, they were falling apart?
Yeah.
And the other ones, other ones we had to reserve because...
It was kind of like, when you chew that gum and it starts to tear it in your mouth. That's the feeling that we had with these clays.
Yeah.
You know who I think has Chinese clay?
Who?
Mac Shine.
Oh, I'm serious. No doubt. That's not even a question.
But if you want to get it, the link is right here below.
We'll have it all. Chinese, Japanese,
I don't recommend it, but if you want to, it's right there.
We got it all.
People get it anyway.
Yeah.
All right? Man.
No.
Well, I think people get the point. Want to do one more? This is just I think this is just for just comical purposes. Those little chicken stands that you had, the ones you have to pull out.
Oh yeah.
The
little they're the little ladders, the little scaffolds, the little they're like
they have a
2
hook
feet tall.
Where you gotta secure them with the hook.
Oh yeah, I forgot I did have a hook.
Yeah, a hook to secure them.
Yeah.
And when you stand them, like these were very contemplating this is going to be a career-ending injury.
I was on a budget when I got these, and even when Sal started, I don't think I think for only a short amount of time did I have 2 that both worked good at the same time. There was always one.
And trying to break that thing down like it could. Man.
It would swing, like you would take it off and it would swing really quick, pinch you, tear up the fingers. Yeah, the cheap ones, and the hinges would kind of loosen up. They'd be secure, but they would loosen up and kind of like bend. So when you got on it,
the weight limit on those things was questionable. It's like this thing can't hold 400 pounds.
The dimensions seemed a little off.
Yeah,
this doesn't seem like
this ain't right.
It was definitely compromised in the structural integrity of that.
Yes, that was probably made in China.
Yeah. We have a whole video on this. Using broken stuff, how you don't realize.
I didn't make the list. I forgot about that. Damn.
It should have.
Hey, shout out to Danny, because as soon as we seen Danny's, he had the gorilla.
Oh, he had the real. We said, we got to step
and they take up less space.
Yeah, I said we got to get these ones.
Yeah, shout out to Danny. Danny put us up on game on. We would have got those the next day.
Yeah, the next morning we were picking them shits up. But the
and Grizzo's picked those up. Right?
Grizzo's picked them because I was like, well, they're still good, And Grizzo's
probably like, man, this guy showed us that shit like right back.
No, like Grizzo's because they're expensive. They were expensive at the time. I now they're like a little bit cheaper, but those ones I forget. I think I got those at Lowe's. And they still weren't cheap. They were over like $125 each. The Harbor Freight don't have them. Trust me, if they did, all these mobile detailers would have them. Trust me, they'd have the generator, and that combo.
Ain't no one doing that.
The Harbor Freight 2-piece.
I think we nailed them all, man. I mean, we got them all.
Yeah. So there we go. For those of you who
I hope this shuts it down right here.
Yeah.
So Hey man, let us know what sucks for you.
I'd like to see if we get any hits on them affiliate links because some people are like, man, let me see how bad this thing really is. That can't be that bad.
Hey, so
go try it out.
We're not certifying these, but if you want to buy them, they're there for you to buy.
Oh, yeah.
We're not saying don't buy them.
Yeah. And let's hear on your end how good these things are because that would be fun too, having that conversation.
Hey, a lot of people be like, man, you're right. And there's going to be some people like, man, I ain't going to comment on this one.
Yeah.
Like, I use that, man. I use that stuff.
It hurts some feelings.
I ain't saying nothing.
I'm not even going to give them I'm not going to give them nothing.
It's like
I'm going to give that video no attention.
Like all the people that went to the Diddy party. Like, they know who they were. They're there like, hey, man,
you know what? Let's not talk about this right now. Hey, how's your mom doing?
All right,
we got to go.
That's all
we'll
we
catch
got.
you guys on the next one.